me to play devil's advocate for a second.
You want smoke? I'll bring the matches.
When it comes to pop culture and fun, we're the whole meal. Oh my gosh, we have the second half of 48 Hour Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night, and I have not just got paid, but I'm looking forward to it. I've got Claudia, Jordan, and HK here with me. How are you guys doing on Friday night?
So happy to get this weekend started, although the country's being blanketed by snowstorms. I hope my electricity doesn't go out. How about you, Headkrack?
That part is scary. That part is very scary, especially considering I have an event tonight. And sometimes there needs to just be like one slight change in what the normal is to kind of punk people out of doing the thing that they was planning on doing. Like, oh man, it's gonna rain, or there's a low level of fog. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take my clothes off and put them back where I got them from, closet, and then go lay back down. But tonight I'm popping up at Perfect Note ATL, which is a dope spot that has like food and drinks and most importantly live music. This is the second event that we've done, Bars and Soul. Check this out. Step back into the golden era as Headkrack and Benita Jalaine bring back Bars and Soul, tribute to the 90s at Perfect Note ATL. This live experience celebrates the sound, style, and soul that define a generation. Classic hip-hop, R&B, and unforgettable vibes all night long. We also rocking out with special guests like Focus, Red Fidel, Yo Afro, and more. Dress code, 90s everything. So break out the throwback fits, baggy jeans, Timbs, shades, and all that good stuff, because the energy is better when the crowd looks the part. If you love live music, nostalgia, a room full of people, and amazing food, Bars and Soul at Perfect Note ATL's for you. Doors open at 7 o'clock, show starts at 8. See you Friday. The way I'm going to have to drive when this broadcast ends. But, we do it for the love, baby. I got a dope team with me, so we're going to turn up.
That's so fun, the 90s and all that. That's a great time.
Super smart to build an event around that.
Yeah, because people like themes. It's one thing to go to a club and an event, but it's like, all right, let's make something out of it. Let's give you a reason to wear that oversized white tee you bought at the gas station 7 years ago, assuming you still have it. I still have some of my high school clothes because I bought them that big.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Major damage shirt and that FUBU. So, man, switching gears, man, there's so much going on in the world, man. Could it be that LeBron James' popularity is fading? For the first time in 21 seasons, LeBron wasn't named to the All-Star team. But that's not all. On the 20th, LeBron and Nike dropped this LeBron 23 to honor the King sneaker. And the sneaker takes inspiration from the teal-colored signage of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, where Dr. King was shot and killed on April 4th, 1968. No.
I have mixed feel. Like, I appreciate a LeBron MLK shoe, but making it the same colors as the sign of the hotel seems like a misstep. Am I crazy?
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Claudia.
Who was on the committee to pick this? Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, Donald Trump. Like, who was like, let's pick the colors of the place where an icon was assassinated.
Possibly signed off by Jane Earl Ray. No relation. Well, the word equality is written on the heel, and one of 23 colorways to be released by Nike commemorating moments throughout James's 23-year NBA career. Now, the one in particular was meant to pay homage to LeBron's 51-point performance against the Grizzlies in Memphis on MLK Day in 2008. Well, folks do think it's a little bit tone deaf by paying homage to Dr. King by referencing the location of his assassination. But it almost is as weird as the fact that, how Jesus was crucified and we wear like the cross, be like, we celebrate the device, and
you thought that. I was thinking that, but I was like, well, I get canceled if I said it, but I'm glad you said it first. So thank you.
I mean, and any theologians out there, please enlighten us. I mean, by no means do I want any biblical smoke, but I just always thought that was just kind of weird and morbid. Like, wow, like this is how he died, and this is what we wear to commemorate that. And I know it's taken on many different meanings, but it just always sat weird with me.
Yeah. When it is weird. It is weird. It's a dead man. It's a dead man on some lumber, and it was very violent, gruesome death, and people wear it around as a reminder. You know what we're not going to see. We're not going to see like Lincoln release the Kennedy issue town car. The Ford Theater doesn't have the golly, I'm going up on it. Abraham seats. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not getting the box seats there. It's a little weird. Right?
Yeah. Do you want to go down a dark path and come up with more branding that we shouldn't do?
Come on, let's go.
We're not going to do the Charlie Kirk necktie. We're not doing that. Like, why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. Like we would never say his name and neck, because that would be almost like that would be tone deaf, right?
Yeah, right.
We wouldn't do that. Yeah, we wouldn't have do the Elvis edition of Twinkies, because I think a whole bunch of them killed him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's like the Titanic life jacket. We don't make those.
We don't make those.
But we should.
We don't make
the Hindenburg parachute. You know, when the Hindenburg went down, like if people had a parachute, they could have jumped maybe.
We don't have the what was the Kurt Cobain shotgun shells. We wouldn't have that, because that would be rude and tone deaf and rude to his memory. I don't get why we celebrate the devices which kill these people.
Can I tell you a secret?
I should have said the Charlie Kirk gun scope, but I was trying to be safe. I didn't know you guys were gonna go that dark.
Well, you went darker. You almost made my lights flicker. However, do you know when I play Monopoly, I pretend that the little top hat is Lincoln's. Left behind on that fateful night.
Wow. I was gonna say we don't have the Dahmer line of seasonings, but taking a game that is known and loved and playing it with the hat, the blood-soaked hat of a former president, is wild.
Yo, if the Dahmer seasoning tagline is "We'll make anything taste good,"
oh my God,
that would be A-level marketing. What say you, Shark Tank?
Oh,
at this moment, I realize why Arlene reached out to me on that fateful day and said, "Would you want to come join us?" I said, "There's no way I'm gonna get this job, and I'm with people who have equally dark minds." And she said, "Don't worry about that." I said, "It's never gonna work. They're not gonna hire me." Like she said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Are you available?" I said, "Sure." And here I am. Yep. You guys have flabbered my gas. Gabber?
I've never been known to flabber a gas, but first time for everything.
We got the Lorena Bobbitt at home knife sharpening kit. You know, there's all kinds of things, products that we can sell. Guys, we're sitting on money.
Bill Cosby mixology set.
Spiked pudding pops. Come on, he's trying to tell me you don't want.
They're liquor, or are they? Like spiked liquor.
Pudding roulette, pudding pop roulette.
Pudding pop.
Maybe a box of 6 is one that's not liquor.
Wow.
There's a lot we can do with this. I want.
Can
we do another segment on this, like just an entire segment, so I could come up with some really dark things, because you guys really went there.
I think we all was in the same car. Convertible. Yeah. What's going on with Mathew Knowles?
The Diana Ross. No, never mind. I'm not. Princess Diana. Never mind. My brain is not really working now.
We're having a Tourette's moment.
I meant to say, anyways, that's what I get. The devil is like saying, "Okay, that's what you get." All right. Mathew Knowles is not only Beyonce's father, but has also been a manager for different artists across different genres of music. So let's hear who he says is the toughest to manage.
Difficult artist to work with, to manage.
My gospel artists. I built the #1 gospel label. They were the Trinity 5-7, Leandria,
love the Lord.
Leandria Johnson, Juanita Bynum.
All the gospel artists.
Ooh, I'm just beginning. Whoa.
Why do gospel artists give you the hardest time?
Whoa.
Now that's shocking. They supposed to be praying and interceding.
Right.
Won't they do it?
Is that before they get their drink on or after?
That's why.
Okay.
Jesus turned water to
All right.
wine.
Hey, I know they not.
Actually, that was the number one
know they
miracle.
Okay. All right, talk about it.
But when you think about it, he wanted to get the people in the streets, right?
Yeah.
So he knew he had to do that.
So they was
he
the
had to
most
have
difficult
some
artist.
fish, and he had to have
That's
some wine.
crazy.
Starts with
Wow. Thoughts? What do y'all think about this? I mean, he was kind of giving up the goods there.
It tracks because a lot of times when they be having like those like Christian conventions and things like that, and not just on the Baptist side, but also on all of the evangelical side. I'm trying to get the words together. They say like the bar tabs be through the roof. Back when you used to be able to rent porn in your hotel room, like they would like triple the amount of money that they would make on a normal weekend. Whenever those like them churchy types would roll through. So that's the drinking part is the entry level.
I think it's salacious because I always think, I mean, HK, you and I have talked about this before, but it's been a long time where it's like, I think the number one thing that draws someone to a musical act is authenticity, right? Where you like you were aligned with that person and their life and who they are. And I feel like with gospel artists in particular, and people can come for me on this, it is an idea there are so few people who walk the walk to such the degree that they sing the songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can get on stage and sing a song and come off a certain way, but you're a regular human being, most of us anyhow. And so I think that's kind of what he's speaking to is the difference between like, oh, this is who you think you're getting, but this is who I've had to deal with.
I also think a lot of people that get into those areas of worship, some are very much, their heart is in it and they are true and blue and they mean everything that they say. And I also think there's a lot of mean people that use the cover of being religious to cover how evil and demonic they actually are and how full of shit they are. We all know someone that really claims to be a religious person, and some of them are the meanest, nastiest, whorish people that you know, and that are living the life that is the opposite of what they preach publicly. But those are the people you got to look out for, the ones that just want to shove it down your throat, verbally, of course. Those are the people that I think, well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I personally would stand behind and support a professional backslider. You know what I mean? Pause. If you like operated in that religious space and be like, damn, man, we saw insert person's name, because I don't even want to say a person's name for real, like, sarcastically, but if you saw blah, blah, blah at Magic City, I'd be like, that man is just like Jesus and disciples trying to learn the sins of the world, man, and maybe trying to convert people. Like, you got to be amongst the people and experience some of the things to even be able to speak on it, because you can't tell me about something that you've never experienced. You can't tell me how to overcome something that you haven't went through yourself. We are all people trying in real time, trying to figure it out. And the problem is, I think a lot of times with the churchy types is some of them are so judgmental to where, oh, you did this, you're not that. But meanwhile, they're not perfect either. And it's just really weird how they pick their poison.
Sometimes far from not perfect, but downright evil and doing really wicked things to people and using, because they can recite a few Bible verses, they think that gives them cover. Like, it's like, look over there, but they're over here doing some foul stuff over here. I mean, look how many times the Catholic Church has been busting out.
It's like a contrived image maintenance as opposed to just being who you really are. And I also think that's part of the reason why we're drawn to people who their stories are wild. Someone who had an incredibly rough, difficult life and had involvements with crime or with drugs or with alcohol or whatever it was, and then became this other person. And then they're singing about their transition and how they grew and ascended to this new level. Like that, we connect with that a whole lot more than somebody who's kind of never had to deal with perhaps like the darker parts of their soul. They just kind of always had it from the beginning.
Fake. They're fake.
Yeah, man. Keep it a buck in the truck. Like, if I was trafficking humans, I would talk about advocating for dolphins a lot. You see the metaphor. Maybe you don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's play a game. Where are you sitting? All right. Now, the internet has another one of these what would you do scenarios. And this time you are on a 12-hour flight and you have the following choices of celebrities to sit next to. Now, check this out. and you might have to walk up to your TV because I remember these pictures being kind of small before. The choices are seat 1 next to President Trump. You know that seat gonna stink. Seat number 2 next to Sabrina Carpenter. She's short and sweet. Seat number 3 or 4 next to Kamala Harris, your drinking partner. Seat number 5 between Candace Owens and LeBron. What are we talking about? Seat 6 or 7 next to Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters. He's also used to be in Nirvana. He was their drummer. Seat number 8 is between Taylor Swift and a soccer player, and I don't know who that is. And number 9 between Simon Cowell and Sydney Sweeney. Prepare to be judged. Seat number 10 between 50 Cent and Kim Kardashian. Where are you sitting and why?
That looks like real quick. That looks like Lionel Messi there next to Taylor Swift.
Okay, cool.
I'm going with 3 or 4 next to Kamala Harris and in front of Donald Trump so we could be shady. And also Candace Owens is very close, so we can talk crap about her and Trump. And when Kamala gets drunk, she's probably gonna be loud, and I am too. So I think that would be so fun. And plus he's behind us, so he's downwind from us. So like we won't smell him, he'll smell us more. And we could just talk, we can talk bad about him. And I think it'd be fun to like drive him a little crazy because he's so jealous of us.
Who you going with, Tana?
Can we get that graphic back? I just need to take another second to study it because there's a lot going on here. I don't want to sit in seat number 1. I don't want to sit in seat number 2. As much as I would like to talk to The Rock, I can't deal with Candace Owens. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I love Kamala. I would sit next to Kamala. I'm also a big Dave Grohl fan. So I could see myself in seat number 7.
Okay.
And seat number 7, I could like look over and I could flirt with Taylor a little bit if it's so called, And then me and Dave, like whenever Dave's got to go to the restroom, I got to get up and I'm like, oh hey, what's up, Dave? Blah 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 blah. And then I got the former VP right behind me. I feel like, and then Sydney Sweeney's right in front of me. 7 final answer.
Very strategic. I like your style, son.
Thank
So
you,
with that being said, I'm gonna take seat number 6, right? Because then I'll be next to Tanner and Dave Grohl, but also in front of Claudia and Kamala Harris. And I thought about the Claudia component. Depending on how many drinks was had, Kamala would not remember meeting me when the plane landed, right? And then, and like yesterday when I saw it, right, I was like, ooh, I would sit between 50 Cent and Kim Kardashian because you can get some box office and possibly some box. But then I thought about it. I was like, 50 Cent would probably talk over me the entire flight to talk to Kim, and I would be a non-playable character in that scenario. So I'm gonna try to figure out my way in the Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really confident about my seat number 7, but HK, I think you really got it figured out.
You still got 7, and we're still the band is still together. Claudia behind us making a political play.
I think we're all in where our strong suits are, and we can all kind of like work our sections and come out on top. I think it'll be great.
I feel like Taylor Swift would act like she was asleep the whole flight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I can buy all of you humans.
Yeah, she's like, why aren't we on my plane?
Then Trump's like, and then I can traffic them.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
Well, on that bright note, rather, off the break we go. TJ Holmes and Amy Robach, exes getting married, and it's a former Love and Hip Hop Stars commercial doing too much, and someone caught up with a baby from the Maury Show, all grown up out here. All that in 2 minutes.
That's a lot.
everybody remembers Maury. The chairs, the screaming, the cameraman with that insane stamina running down the hallway, and that one line that could change a family dynamic forever. You are not the father. Well, turns out some of those kids from the shows are now all grown up, and now being a so-called Maury baby hit way different as they got older. Now, one woman says finding out she was on Maury as a baby became the ultimate icebreaker. She owns that thing. But another woman says when she found out later in life, it came with shame, online bullying, and real family tension. Now, if you find out your baby pictures came with a paternity test in a studio audience, would you own it or would you feel a certain way about it? And which one's the baby?
Tuh.
Oh,
Tuh.
there's Melissa, 17. Wow.
Okay, so I see. Okay, so Melissa. So can you bring the other picture back of this person, because I'm trying to figure out like who is who in this dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That looks like mom. That's mom.
Oh, okay.
it's hard to tell these days.
Like
It's
when I
gotta
saw
be
the
mom.
first picture, I thought it was 2/3 of Wilson Phillips. I couldn't tell what was going on.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Oh,
All right.
God, wow.
You gotta lean in. That's, to me, that's the only choice there is you have to lean in. Like, you're lucky. Hopefully it didn't come with a lot of trauma. I can imagine that, if your mom and your dad had to figure it out on Maury, if they're whose kid it is, you know what I'm saying? That you might not have had the most stable childhood, and my heart goes out to you there. But also, if you try to ignore it and downplay it, that's just going to dig a little hole in you. But if you lean in and say, yeah, you know what? Turns out my daddy was not the father. Like, you are making friends everywhere you go. You will never meet a stranger. Everyone is going to want to talk to you. I don't care what airport you're in. You're going to be a legend.
I would actually like it. I think it'd be funny because I've always thought that my dad was my mom's like first, and I'm like, damn, you just married the first guy you had sex with? Like, that's crazy. What are we in the 1500s? So, it would actually give my mom more like street cred with me. I'd be like, oh, mom, you let multiple guys shoot the club up? Like, okay, mom. Like, yes, mom, hell yeah. Like, I don't know. I would lean into it. I think it'd be funny. But I also have a very dark
Yo, because I was trying to find it in the sentence that you were saying, because it was like, well, that's kind of a good thing if your mom was like a one-car driver. You know what I'm saying?
No, because did you guys I don't know, marry the first person you liked?
If you let me tell it, when I was in the, I don't know, 3rd grade, yes. However, when you get, because man, I used to love hard, like really hard. That's why I'm in touch with everybody still. Like, like I make sure everybody's good and da 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 da. I'm going to somebody's birthday party this year. And it's because like I care. Me and Tupac, we care. And like I did believe in, man, I'm gonna end up with this girl forever. And then you realize that there's options, and then you go to different schools in other towns, and then you get jobs, and then people come to those jobs, and then you realize that, okay, yeah, that it was idealistic, but not realistic.
I just think it'd be funny that my mom, living on a farm in Italy in 1969, had other options that were out there. Because back then, if you had sex before marriage, harlot, whore, scarlet letter, So it'd be, I don't know. I think my mom, it'd be cool.
Your dad met my mom in Italy?
My father was in the Air Force, met her over there. She worked on the base, brought her back to the States, and then he sowed his royal oats afterwards. So yes, here we are. Right. They got divorced when I was 10. So yeah, I would want my mom to get some get back.
Okay.
She probably got a little get back. You know what I'm saying? After that divorce, you know what I'm saying?
I want her to have a hoe phase, just a little bit, because I feel
made
like
up for some lost time. I bet she did, Claudia.
And you call my mother a hoe?
Absolutely not. Listen, if I could call your mother anything, if I could call your mother anything, I would call her frequently. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Mom, if you're watching, it was Tanner, not me.
And also to the Maury babies out there, most people didn't grow up with both their parents. Like, in the chat, throw a 2 up if you grew up with both parents. Or actually throw a 1 up if you grew up with just one parent, because I think that's that's a better way to assess what's going on here.
We all know somebody raising somebody else's kids, and that can be an absolutely beautiful and wonderful thing, and oftentimes better than the parent who wasn't going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Only if you know you're raising someone else's kid.
Well, there's that. There's that. That's
Like
very
my half sister Melissa, that's out there. Her daddy doesn't know to this day that that's really not his daughter.
Is this the reveal right now? Like,
Yeah, I want Melissa Machado in Rhode Island. That's not your father.
Why didn't Maury Povich ever have his own line of paternity tests?
Again, the branding, like we talked about earlier. Like, yeah, he missed out on that.
a strong opportunity.
Yeah. Povich's prophylactics, they were like extra strong, guaranteed not to break.
All right, y'all. If you thought the romance drama ended when Amy Robach and TJ Holmes made it official, wait to hear this next chapter.
Oh, okay.
Former Melrose Place star Andrew Shue and Marilee Fiebig are now talking marriage. They're TJ and Amy's exes. Okay, Andrew and Marilee have been dating since 2023 and have moved in together and have been telling friends they see a wedding in the future. No rush, no date set, but clearly very seriously. Now TJ and Amy will be walking down the aisle soon, and their exes, Andrew and Marilee, are apparently on this invite list. Whether they show up or not, still to be determined. Do you believe this ex swap is based on love or a trauma bond?
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's a little bit of that trauma bond and a little bit of like, hey, yo, we got to do something. I definitely think they should show up to the wedding, and when they be like, hey, does anybody object or forever hold your peace? I think at that moment they should take that knee, do that little Kaepernick mode, and then propose in the middle of their wedding, just as a reminder of how this love started.
That's wild.
It'd be hard to not be shady at that point. I would do something like a little passive aggressive, like
Absolutely. I mean, 100%. They're going to stand up with a couple little microphones and be like, live from the wedding, or, whatever it is, little TV reporter joke. I feel like this started as like a trauma bond. And then one night they were out at happy hour and we had a couple too many drinks. And then there was like, oh, well, I got another bottle of wine back at my place if you want to come over. And then I bet the chemistry was right there, and they haven't turned back since.
Does this kind of vindicate Amy and TJ? Like, hey, maybe they were onto something, that they weren't with the right people. It kind of makes it look less bad that their exes got together, or no?
I've been pro TJ and Amy the whole entire time. Like, at the end of the day, sometimes you realize in real time that, oh, that's not my soulmate. And they went for it.
Yeah. The other thing too, if I remember correctly, they were training for a marathon? They were training for a triathlon. They were training for a race together. And so that's where TJ and Amy were really spending a lot of one-on-one time. And I also think that you want to be equally yoked, right? People talk about you want to be with someone who's equally yoked, and it's not necessarily just fitness, but the kinds of things that you're into. Ideally, this other person is also into the kinds of things. That way you have group activities that you could go and do. And I bet they found that in each other that they did not have in their partners.
Yeah. Do you think TJ Holmes' ex is a Melrose Place fan? Like, do you think she knew who Peter Shue was, like, prior to the scandal?
Probably, because like her age is like close to ours. Yeah, I think so. But damn,
what's that other thing that Peter Shue is in?
Can they double date now?
Can they double date now?
Can they double date now? Or is it too soon?
That
too
might
painful?
be. I've seen videos on the hub that started that way. I would want to know, like, are they staying in the other person's bed now? You know what I'm saying? Like Amy, yeah, did they at least flip the mattresses over? What kind of decency do we have here? Like, did they just go to the other person's place? Like, oh, sorry, that's Amy's toothbrush. Let me get that out of here.
Oh God.
That's just a wild scenario, yo. Like, all of it.
Okay. All right. Man, this is one of those. I love this story. I'm so glad we're doing this story. You ever see the stuff when like a reality star will come out and they'll do a really big brand advertisement, and sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes it's super cool. It's iconic. Sometimes it just feels a little bit extra. Well, Amina Butterfly from Love and Hip Hop New York just dropped a commercial for Dunkin' Donuts, and this has got the internet chattering.
Sometimes I just need a little pick-me-up, so I drink Dunkin' Protein Refreshers. 15 grams of protein, creamy, not chalky. And honestly, really refreshing. You know, for basic stuff.
Hey, yo.
Okay, hurry. Now, the internet is divided. Some folks think that it's fresh fun and a perfect brand collaboration for her. Others say that it's a little too much. Do we agree? Is the internet thinking too deeply? Claudia, you're our resident female.
Resident female.
What was your takeaway here?
First of all, I'm very happy that Amina got a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. I think that's major, and kudos to you. For you, this is in no way shade towards her, but damn, Dunkin' Donuts, you put the drink right by the cooch. You know what I'm saying? And like you look right at the coochie, and the drink it's very suggestive. But I'm like, damn, I'm surprised Dunkin' Donuts was this edgy.
Yeah,
like this is very edgy for Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm from Rhode Island, where there's a Dunkin' Donuts literally on every corner in Rhode Island. It's everywhere. We are blanketed by Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Wow, this is bold.
I don't even know what she was selling because I was looking at Amina Butterfly's caterpillar. And and I was also impressed at her yoga pose form, because I understand how difficult it is to do that pose as a yogi practitioner myself. But I think it's on brand for Love and Hip Hop as a brand, I believe, because Love and Hip Hop goes there. They're very edgy. Like we've seen edgier commercials. Like I remember was it like a coffee commercial or a Campbell's soup commercial where it kind of seemed like the brother and sister were like in a relationship?
The coffee commercial. The coffee commercial from the early 90s. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was weird.
Awkward tension.
And then some of these commercials from Germany, they get banned here.
Yeah, a lot of commercials overseas and earlier in the 80s and early 90s were very, very out of pocket.
Can we run that clip? Could we run that clip maybe one more time, or do we have just an image from that clip?
For research purposes, of course. Head of research.
Sometimes I just need a little pick me up.
Come on now!
Protein refreshers. 15
it's
grams
also
of protein.
the framing, like starting in real close like that.
And protein refreshers. She says not too chalky.
And it's extra creamy.
Talking about jism.
The way that she's keeping her hips up off of the pink box. And it's like there's a lot of definition. Listen, honestly, kudos to Duncan. Honestly, kudos to Duncan. I give this a freshly glazed
ticket. This is the first Duncan. It's the first Duncan commercial I've watched twice.
Yeah, listen, it's got me wanting to dunk more than donuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good old Boston cream donut. Yep. I had to redeem myself for earlier when I drank it.
This is a big week.
Back in the game.
This has been a very awkwardly sexual week.
Since I got here, this show is cum, butt, booty holes, booty sunning, Dunkin' Donuts drinks, jism, chalky. What kind of operation y'all got going on?
That's
here?
a wild bingo card you ran down.
Yo, I don't know how long we've been doing this show, but I think we just found our first commercial right there. That's our marketing clip. Just Claudia hitting them with the highlights. Okay. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to be back in 2 minutes with Photo Shoot Friday. We got some flick pics as well. So get your weekend lined out. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes.
I'm going to go get me some coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
back. It's time for Photo Shoot Friday, where we judge and crown the best celebrity photo shoots of the week. All right, y'all. First up, no service level here. Golden Globe winner Demi Moore is serving up real substance for WWD magazine, and we want more. We have 2 photos here. Let's check it. Ooh,
Demi.
I like that jacket. Oh, and she got the Gucci tights. I've been wanting a fur coat for a while, but this looks very rich because she is.
How does she still look like this?
About $200,000 in surgery and
the substance.
Yeah.
Yo, that movie's amazing. I like Demi Moore looks younger now than she did 10 years ago.
She got that really good facelift that cost like $250,000, I heard. Like she got that really.
Do they call it the ponytail lift? Is that what that is? Is that the one?
I don't know. I think that's good.
But is that like what it cost? Is there one doctor doing this particular procedure? Like there's one dude who got the recipe, or a girl? I don't want to assume, right? Like to do a facelift, or is it a few?
There's one There's one doctor. I just went for a consultation because I just wanted to know like what it would cost and what he thought needed to be fixed in my face. He told me $93,000. I said, okay, I'll see you later. But
Just gonna thug it out.
Okay. Skincare, lasers, they inject some fat in your face, all that. So she had the full, like back in the day, they would just pull one area so you look fake. Now they figured out to do it where it looks way more natural, and they put the incisions on your airline. So if I found $93,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Just have to go out with an old face.
Let me catch Demi Moore out and about in Hollywood. British singer-songwriter and the Celebrity Traders UK standout Kat Burns heating things up for Cosmopolitan magazine. It's a nice little denim on denim.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It could have fit better than that for a Cosmo.
I feel like this is like a young look, though. I feel like the baggies back in style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jenko, who used to do that.
Yeah.
Does she play for the WNBA, or what's going on?
I would if I was a betting woman, which I am. Her arms are very muscular and she's tatted up.
All right. Well, next up is Wake Up Dead and Twisters actor Daryl McCormick reminding us to stop and smell the roses for J.W. Anderson Fall 2026 campaign.
All right. Got our little blue sweater with our yellow sports car.
This has been a very unfair fight so far.
No, that sweater is giving short yellow bus is what it's giving. I don't like that.
Short yellow bus?
All he needs is a hat on top with a propeller.
Damn. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. No, thank you. That was not sexy. All right. Jesus Christ. All Hail Queen Charlotte Bridgerton star Golda Rousseau, did I say that right? Is swapping out her regal wear for mixed prints and eclectic, not eclectic, vibes on the cover of You magazine.
See, I like this shot already.
Yeah.
Okay. See, there we go. Like, take a little risk, you know?
That shit is ugly. I do not like those posts.
I like the first picture because I couldn't tell what was going on. Like
y'all being nice. Y'all being nice.
She looked like a slightly hip Bette Midler.
Yeah. Gen X Bette Midler. I like that first photo. The magazine cover had me.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who you pick in the end, Tanner. We'll see how much you like that.
Well.
Okay. And last but not least, Flavor of Love winner and reality TV star Delicious is serving full baddie energy, plus a behind-the-scenes sneak peek for Rolling Out magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I like that dress.
The pride of Detroit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was on radio too. Look at her body.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh.
Yo, I ran into her about a month ago in person, and like this ain't Photoshop. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
There's people out here really looking like this.
That's crazy.
That looks good in pictures and in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
She looks good.
Okay. Who's got it?
All right, I'm going to put my cards down for Delicious off top.
You guys know. You already know. I got to give it up to Mrs. Ashton Kutcher, Mrs. Bruce God dang it, Mrs. Bruce Willis, Mrs.
Oh.
Bruce Willis, Demi
You're catching
Moore.
my glitches here.
So much more. Yes, please. All the doctors. I just need to hang outside of that
Slovakia.
doctor's office, wherever that's at.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
know they're sending people out looking like you just can't look at the before.
That's crazy.
Look, y'all took all the good people. I refuse to pick the guy with the yellow bust sweatshirt. I'm not picking the baggy jeans outfit. I'm not doing that. I'm going Demi Moore because
right.
at that age, to be that snatch, surgery or not, she looks bomb and delicious look good too. So, yeah. Okay.
Well done. Well done, Demi.
Who y'all got in the chat?
All right, here we go. Next, okay, first up, we got to hit some flick picks. First up, we got sci-fi action thriller Mercy, starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. It follows a detective who's on trial for his wife's murder, and he's only got 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge. OMG. By the way, he helped create the judge. Let's take a look.
Detective Raven. I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
I shouldn't be here. I helped create the Mercy program.
You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
Oh my God.
Your guilt must fall below the 92% threshold, or you will be executed in precisely 90 minutes.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
The city's municipal cloud is at your disposal. You must gather evidence to exonerate yourself.
I need to find out who killed my wife.
It's a classic crime of passion, Chris, and it all points right at you.
Mr. Raven, the clock is ticking.
Good. Wow. Thank you for that. Do you honestly think that I killed my wife, or were you just programmed wrong? I need to walk the scene.
It's the terrorist's handbook.
Get out of there.
Mr. Raven, you're running out of time.
Chris, what do you got to do? This was never about my wife. This was about me and you. Maddox! Get me out of here!
Wow, that looks good. I'm not big into movies. That looks really, really good. I mean, yeah, I like it. I'm ready for that.
You know, before his passing, they was talking to OJ about playing that part. Next up is Canadian thriller In Cold Light, starring Maka Moore, Helen Hunt, and Troy Kotzer. Ava is fresh out of prison and looking to reclaim her drug empire, but when she's framed for murder, she becomes a target for the cops and a ruthless crime boss. Check it out.
I went back in today.
You just got out of prison.
I brought you all in, and now?
Now things are different. Now you're a risk. I don't know how to help you, Ava.
What do you have in here?
Cash in the bag and coke in the glove.
Searches us, I'm screwed. I can't go back.
It bothers me that I do this, but you got away. So I had to clean house.
If anyone finds out about this, well, I don't have to tell you what happens next. I don't know what kind of feelings you have for your old man. He said he wanted to save you from yourself.
You can't just walk away.
I have to keep my family safe. Is there any chance you won't kill me?
Now that I want to see.
All right. I like older Helen Hunt.
I didn't even realize that was Helen Hunt. She go deep cover. When she do the thing, she do the thing. Like, I had no idea. I was like, who's this new actress?
Great actress.
Like, wow. We got options this weekend. I love it. At first, I was going to be a curmudgeon and be like, hell no, I'm staying home watching His and Hers. But nah, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out. All right, man, we off the break. When we come back, we got question of the day. And this week's question is, well, today's question rather is, who's a person that survives cancellation? We're going to talk about that coming up next. 2 minutes.
Ooh.
Welcome back. Now, every week the internet picks a new target. Old tweets get unearthed. Hot takes go left. Now, clips from 2009 pop up in 4K, and just like that, somebody's canceled. Sometimes, no matter what's unearthed, some celebrities don't stay down no matter how many controversies, scandals, or apology notes hit the net. They always seem to bounce back. New deals, new fans, same career. Some people go down with one bullet. Shout out Chrisette Michelle. Now, here's today's question. Can you name a celebrity that's always survived cancellation? And bonus points if you could add on to why you think it never sticks. I nominate Dave Chappelle. He always figures it out because he is a talented messenger. Like, he can turn that microphone on and say the hardest thing, but it's the way he delivers it with the logic that he puts behind it to where I understand where he be coming from. And it's like, where's the lie? You know?
I'm gonna go Donald Trump. Because the stuff, like, just pick one of the 1,000 things he's done would have ended anybody else, and he just keeps on going. And to some percentage of this country, makes people go harder for him. It's insane.
Yeah, if any of us in this panel right now would have told people to go run down on the Capitol on February 6th, we would be in jail to 2037.
I mean, 30 some. How many women have like come forward against him? I mean, nothing sticks. It does not stick.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are probably the two biggest ones. I was definitely thinking about Chappelle. It's interesting because, like, for a minute, I wanted to not do a stand-up comic because I also think stand-up comedy has evolved in the last 20 years, where the people with big platforms, they're bigger than ever. Like Kevin Hart. Remember a couple years ago, people tried to cancel Kevin Hart over, in one of his specials, he sort of talked about not being so excited about if his son was gay or not. And then they tried to cancel him for that. But his platform is too big and he speaks about it differently now. And so I don't even know that we still have cancel culture to the degree we did 8-10 years ago.
They changed the locks on Louis C.K. Like, I mean, he has to sell his tickets on louisck.com. Like, they didn't let him come back.
Yeah.
But people still show up.
That's the thing is, the people still show up, and there are the early, I don't want to say early, I don't know. There are the people who went down early on, and Louis C.K. famously one of them. I don't know. I would argue Kim Kardashian is uncancelable. I don't know that there's a thing Kim could do that would have her canceled. I don't know that there's a thing Khloe could do. I don't know that there's a thing Chris could do. I don't know that there's a thing Caitlyn could do. That billion-dollar family has too much going for it that they could ever get canceled.
Caitlyn killed someone and got Woman of the Year shortly thereafter.
Yep.
But did that happen before?
Well, actually, Bruce killed someone and Caitlyn got Woman of the Year. So maybe Bruce was canceled.
Well, Caitlyn canceled Bruce.
Now, and guess what, guys?
Sometimes you're the only person who can bring yourself down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they tried to cancel Aziz Ansari, and that article was bad. What's his name? Weinstein, he's still canceled. But it's like, when you think about Harvey Weinstein, it's like, we don't know him personally or like his creative endeavors or his creative output. He's just like a sleazeball who made a lot of movies versus like, we feel like we know Chappelle.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't really get canceled, I'm sure at some point by now he's been introduced to some penis while he's in there. So, like, I mean, to me, that kind of balances the tires just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, because when Friday come on, I'm still watch it. And that was produced by the Weinstein brothers. And even though it was an Ice Cube movie, you know what I mean? Like, but as long as something terrible is happening to him in jail, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Bruce did technically cancel himself.
He did. He did. Yeah.
Talk about change clothes and go, right?
Okay. All right. We're done sticking with this story. Okay, we're gonna be back in 2 minutes with everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? Wow.
Welcome back. It's time for everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
All right, today's episode of Whose Cousin comes with 6 beers and 0 common sense. An Arkansas couple ages 21 and 20 just pleaded guilty to trying to sell their baby at a campground for $1,000 and a 6-pack of beer.
Woo! Beer for a whole baby is wild sauce. Now, police said they even wrote up and signed a custody contract with a note that said, after signing this, there'll be no change in your minds to never contact us again.
Okay.
You already know.
Thankfully. Okay, we're going to finish it. We're going to finish all the reading.
I mean, come on now.
And then we're going to talk about how terrible my people are. Thankfully, a witness called police before this beer baby backwoods deal went wrong. The two were charged with endangering the welfare of a minor and attempting to accept consideration for relinquishment of a minor.
Now, the father was sentenced to 3 years and the mother 6 months probation. All right, whose cousin thought a 6-pack was a fair down payment on parenthood?
$1,000 and a 6-pack. You know, it was the husband who was like, and a 6-pack.
Got that Randy Quaid from Vacation look.
Yeah.
You know, these wise. Like, it was all the boxes that was able to be checked. Arkansas, 6-pack of beer.
A couple at 20 and 21. The blacks tend to couple later in life.
Okay, so the biggest one for me was campground. I feel like
there's that.
my people do most of the camping.
But
Yeah,
it could put it in Native American territory. However, I've never seen one in Arkansas. Oklahoma, different story.
Yeah, so where I'm from in Oklahoma is 15 minutes from Arkansas. So these might as well be my people. These could be my actual cousins. But also here's the thing where it feels like it's leading this way and maybe it's not this way.
It might, but listen, we all know, I'm sorry, Tanner, but the whites don't like their parents, don't like their spouses, and don't like their kids. They drive them into lakes. I don't know where the black man took them. Like, $1,000 is actually high for this, actually. I think some of y'all cousins, it would take less.
And also to point out the fact that they sold this, they try to sell this baby as a couple. If we were going to do it, there would be a single parent scenario. and I hate that that's even the answer. You know,
they are a couple at 2021. They stayed together after the baby. That does. Wow.
Look, these are my cousins and they might be cousins. That's what we could be dealing with here. We could be.
Well, let's figure it out, y'all. Move that van.
Let's go, y'all. We knew
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Marlon Urban and Shailene Ehlers. You can't trust no Shailene.
That
Why
man
does
has
he
an
look?
urban name.
He's missing something genetically.
Yeah.
He's definitely missing part of the 13.
Hey,
His
we
parents
got
may have been
one.
cousins.
Listen, I got one good baby, one brand new good baby, low miles. All I need is a sticker, a Bush Light, and $1,000.
With the agreement is you can't ever. You got to promise to never come back around, and you can't say like no refunds.
Hey, but no takes backs. All right, no takes backs. Once y'all take this baby, it's yours. Yeah. We're going to be over there in our home, the Winnebago in the back. That's the one we live in. Come around there if y'all want to split that beer.
Yo, in the chat, would you rather be a sold baby or a Maury baby? Which one?
Yeah. Don't y'all hate that some stereotypes are always true a lot? Like on both sides. It's not just all Tanners. It's not just ours.
Yeah. Have a good weekend, everybody. HK, the show tonight. Good.
Thank you. I'm going to have to zip up my jacket, get my keys. Y'all have an amazing weekend.